Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the third week of January. So for the third week of January, I'm going to be checking in from January 18th through January 24th. So let's get started with the check-in. On January 18th, I spent $37 out of my wants envelopes and I bought a backpack, like a work backpack. So that was $37 and I bought that off of TikTok. Next, on the 18th, I spent $33 out of my spending envelope, and that was for at Chevron, buying like snacks and stuff like that, and that was for me and my friend, and that was $33. Next, on the 18th, I spent $39 out of my gas envelope for gas at Costco, and that was for the 18th as well. And then next on the 18th, I spent $15 out of my restaurant's envelope at Starbucks. And that was for the 18th. And then lastly, for the 18th, I spent $20 out of my restaurant's envelope on pho. And that was the last expense for the 18th. Next, on the 19th, I spent $2 at McDonald's, and I'm pretty sure I got like the free fries, and that was $2 for the 19th at McDonald's. And then next I spent next on the 19th, I spent $26 out of my beauty envelope for a perfume oil thing that I bought off of TikTok. My sister bought one and it smelled really good, so I bought one as well, and that was $26. And then that was all for the 19th. On the 20th, I spent $15 out of my beauty envelope to get my eyebrows done, and that was $15 on the 20th. And then next for the 20th, I spent $2 at McDonald's. Pretty sure I did the same thing of getting the fries, and that came out of my restaurant's envelope. And then next on the 21st, I spent $11 at the liquor store, and I'm pretty sure it was for a scratcher. That was $11. And that was on the 21st. And then on the 22nd, I had a no spend. So no spend for the 22nd. And then on the 23rd, I spent $165 for a concert ticket. And I'm taking that out of my third paycheck of January. So I put that on a sinking fund sticker, since technically I'm gonna have the money for it. And then on the 24th, I spent $25 out of my miscellaneous envelope at Safeway, and that was on the 24th. Okay, so now for the check-in, starting off with gas, I spent $39 at Costco. And then for gas, really quickly, I'm just gonna write what I started off with. Gas started off with 120, groceries with 80, restaurants with 50, spending with 50, miscellaneous with 50. And then fun with 80. So for gas, I spent a total of $39. I should have $81 remaining. For groceries, let's see, I spent nothing out of groceries. So for groceries, I spent $0. I should have 80 remaining. for restaurants, I spent $20 on pho, 15 at Starbucks, 2 at McDonald's, and 11 at the liquor store. So that is a total of $50. Yep, $50. So I have 0 remaining in restaurants. Now for spending, I spent $33 at Chevron. And then that was all. So for spending, I spent 33. I should have 17 remaining. For miscellaneous, I spent $25 at Safeway. So I should have 25 remaining. And then for fun, I didn't spend anything, so spent 0. I should have 80 remaining. And then I believe I did not have anything unbudgeted. So I'm just gonna draw a line through the unbudgeted. And then I'm gonna check off the backpack because I have paid that off. I have paid off the perfume, my eyebrows, and then the money for the concert ticket I already budgeted out on my paycheck, so that payment is going to be done soon. Okay, so that is all for my weekly check-in for the 4th week of January. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.